The bustling suburban district of Southall in London provides a snapshot of contemporary life in multicultural Britain. As Friday prayers conclude at a nearby mosque, a youth football initiative is preparing for its weekly training session. TUFF FC is a football club that aims to help vulnerable young adults across London. TUFF, spelt T-U-F-F, is an acronym of the Unity of Faiths Foundation. One of its co-founders is Dr. Shamenda Talwar.
Britain has now become multicultural Britain, and it's so important to integrate children from all faiths, all cultures, all communities, and that's what Unity of Faiths was all about, what TUFF FC was all about. So when we start doing that, bringing to these children, we started instilling British values into these children, but through football. And this way, it didn't seem to be a separate classroom or giving a lecture to the children, but through the tactics, when we discuss tactics with the children, we instill the British values in there. What are the British values? The rule of law, individual liberty, respect of people of different faiths and different backgrounds. Those sort of things, to just instill those in the kids.
The football club was founded in Southall 18 months ago, after local children asked why they were being forced to play football in concrete cages, rather than using superior synthetic grass pitches. Starting out with just 10 children, Dr. Talwar and his colleague Anna Pryor initiated TUFF FC to give these youngsters a constructive form of recreation.
It's a very important initiative because it gets kids who have no possibilities during the holidays or weekends something to look forward to, skills, life skills, social skills that they wouldn't otherwise necessarily have. And the talent that we've discovered is phenomenal. And I think that's the most exciting thing about it. And all you need is a ball, and it's a dream for most of these kids to play.
TUFF FC's initial aim was to help unite children of all faiths. But they soon realized there was another issue to tackle. One of the children, a Chelsea fan, confided in Dr. Talwar and showed him a recruitment message that they'd received on their smartphone.
When we looked at the phone, I spoke to my colleague and said, we've got a situation. It was a Snapchat, and it was basically inviting and basically bringing somebody into a different world, and that world was the ISIS scenario, or the radicalization. So we came to a point where I said, on the left-hand side, you've got the gates of Heathrow Airport taking you to Turkey or taking you to Syria. On the right-hand side, you've got the gates of Stamford Bridge with Mourinho holding his hand out. What do you want? Within 10 seconds, they said, we want Mourinho.
Tell me what are fundamental British values.
The club's activities are not confined to the football pitch. A classroom is available before training for the young adults to discuss the importance of British values in an attempt to tackle the issues of integration and radicalisation.
We came to a crossroads where the child, born and bred in this country, but felt, I don't have an identity, I don't know who I am. And this is where, where we've got it slightly wrong, that we're British Asian, or we're British Chinese, or we're British Somali, or we're British Muslim, or British something, but we're not British. And that's why we thought that the best thing to do is put an arm around their shoulder and say, listen, it's proud to be British. This is your community, we're your family, and this is your home. And that was so important.
The radicalisation issue rippled through the club as more children came forward with similar stories. But classroom activities have helped to reinforce their sense of identity.
It's okay, it's fine. We did have a good tournament.
So it has made me realise who I am, and that although my culture and my religion are a part of who I am, my identity in itself is British. Like I've been born and raised here, it is part of who I am. And there was times when I used to question that, but it has made me realise that that is indeed who I am.
One of the supporters of TUFF FC is Syed Kemal, a member of the European Parliament. Syed, who's a Muslim, has spoken widely on issues such as integration and has been impressed with the success of this grassroots initiative.
I think it's really important that we look at how we can tackle people who are subject or vulnerable to be radicalised. and there's lots of political projects and lots of conferences around this area, but actually what's really important is a project like this is actually working in the community with children who are being targeted and recruited, and actually using sport. And sport's a wonderful tool. We all love playing sport, but the way that sport is used to help these vulnerable young kids to make sure and steer them away from a life of radicalisation.
Syed Kemal isn't the only politician to applaud the work of TUFF FC. The President of the United States, Barack Obama, contacted the foundation last year, inviting the team to play on the lawns of the White House. They're also in talks with the Vatican for the project to receive the blessing of Pope Francis. The club even signed up one of the sport's greatest ever players when they launched the project globally under the name Football for Unity.
When we launched Football for Unity at the Parliament in October last year, we managed to basically request Diego Maradona, and he absolutely loved what we were doing, thought that what was required not just in England or in Europe, but is required in South America. So he joined and became an ambassador and also the president of the organisation of Football for Unity in South America.
The initiative won the prestigious Pride of Britain Sports Award in 2015 for Community Sports Initiative of the Year. Some outstanding successes have also taken place on the football pitch. In the 2016 FA People's Cup competition, TUFF FC under-16 girls played their first ever match as a team, and remarkably, they registered a 2-1 victory over Arsenal ladies under-16 team.
I don't think we've ever had a prouder moment for our team. I mean, it was just something that we're gonna cherish forever. Like personally, to captain the team that beats Arsenal Academy, like that's something that I'm gonna hold on to for the rest of my life, no matter where I go to, no matter who I play for. It's something I am gonna hold on to, and I think it's the same for the rest of the girls.
TUFF FC's successes haven't been limited to their girls' teams. Recently, the under-13 boys played in a London Youth League tie against Wandsworth Town. Despite going 3-0 down in the first 10 minutes, the team fought back to secure a rousing 6-4 victory. The club's under-13 team are proud to be part of a united family.
It means that everything, we started off the ground and now it's big. Like, we used to play in a normal mini park, and for 16 weeks, it kept developing and developing and developing, like half of England knew us now.
With the TUFF FC initiative now growing outside of London, there's scope for this project to flourish in communities across the world.
I think the potential for this project is huge. I think wherever there are communities facing similar problems, where children need a safe space, where they can be away from gang violence but also away from potential people who might want to radicalise them, I think this offers them a safe space. And it's not just here in West London. There are communities right across our country, in fact right across the world, where this project could be repeated.